Hey everybody, welcome back. We got day two, big competition here. Wave two for all the courses, speed courses, tech courses at Rock Solid Warrior. And we've seen some of the action yesterday, but we have more competitors today that we're going to see tackle these courses, trying to get a spot into the finals later today at their second location, Rock Solid Warrior. And this is the Ninja Warriors for Wounded Warriors charity event. Just heard that they've raised about $4,000 for Wounded Warriors, which is amazing. So thank you to everybody who came out here and competed and also donated to help to the cause. You can still donate on Rock Solid Warriors website if you'd like, and going right to Wounded Warriors. So thank you, everybody, for joining in. I'm Ethan Swanson. I'll be here with you on the speed course throughout the day, starting off with the 11 to 13-year-olds. And they've already gone through rules, so some of the athletes are on the course. We can see a couple of them practicing their jumps in the background there. Each of the athletes are going to get 2 runs on the speed course. And the spot that they earn in the finals is a cumulative score from their 2 runs on the speed and their run on the tech course as well. So those 3 courses combined try to get into the finals. The way it works, 12 athletes are going to be in the finals in each of the divisions. The boys 11 to 13, girls 11 to 13, boys and girls 9 to 11, boys and men and women 13 plus. The way they earn a spot, so 3 people from yesterday earned their spot, 3 people from each of the waves today will, and then they take top 6 overall from both the waves, and that rounds out the 12 that'll be moving on to the finals. So on the speed course, let me pull up a little bit of information here. We got some information on the 11 to 13-year-old group. Currently, the fastest time that we've seen on the speed course, 27.6 seconds. So that's Charlie Ball. Second place, Joey Ray, the Kangaroo Ninja, 33.36. And the fourth or third fastest time, Owen Pham, 34.06 seconds. So I think these athletes are looking at that 30-second threshold, trying to get underneath that, just like Charlie Ball did yesterday. So we'll see if anybody can best Charlie's time and come up with a time better than 27.6. Be really curious to see, especially since a lot of these athletes, I'd assume that they watched some of the stream yesterday and saw some of the techniques, some of the beta where other competitors are getting hung up, and see if they can make those adjustments based off of all that beta they've received from other athletes. But time will tell. I think we're going to see someone go faster than 27.6. I think we'll see a couple of athletes under 30 seconds. That's my guess. And we just saw Ken Auer walking in the background there, owner of Rock Solid Warrior, and his son Caleb Auer, designer extraordinaire, engineer extraordinaire. This is their newest facility in South Apex for Rock Solid Warrior. Huge, beautiful facility. All new obstacles, new structuring, new everything. Just opened a couple of months ago. And that's where we are today. Later today for the finals, we're going to be at their original location in Fuquay. So if you're in the North Carolina area around Raleigh, come check it out. It's a really, really nice gym. Caleb Auer designed this whole place, and it's really functional. They've been talking about new ideas for obstacles that they're going to build over time for this place, and be switching things out on a regular basis to make sure that the whole place stays fresh and new. So I'm really excited to see how this new gym evolves over time with somebody like Caleb Auer at the helm of obstacle design and engineering for the whole place. He's already got some crazy ideas never seen before. They have a mega wall, if you're not familiar, that's 18 feet, but it's a mega wall plus it's on hydraulics, so they can change the height in just a few seconds. So it can be 18 foot, 18 foot 6, 19 foot, all the way up to 20 foot tall. Nobody else has that. Anywhere else in the world, I've only ever seen, hey, whatever height the wall is, of course it can't change, because how are you going to do that? Well, Caleb Auer figured out a way to do it. So I wonder if we're going to see that pop up in gyms now that obstacle bait has been broken by Caleb Bauer. See if that pops up in other places. I bet a lot of other owners and gym designers are licking their chops when when they heard about that idea being implemented. So we're actually going to see that in action on Monday in the skills competition. That's going to be super exciting, seeing some of the top athletes in the world take on an elevating mega wall. And they've got a couple of athletes here that this is their home gym that I've heard are some of the best mega wall runners. Brandon Thomas, one of them, he's been getting talked up by some of the local staff here as potentially the best mega wall athlete in the world. And I don't know, we've seen some pretty good ones, so we'll have to see on Monday how that ends up going. But in the background, you can actually see Caleb Auer going through the rules demo for the tech course, the technical course for the 9 to 11-year-olds. That's on a different stream. If you guys want to watch that, that's also on Ninja Sport Network. It's a different stream you can watch for the 9 to 11-year-olds. This is going to be 11 to 13 on the speed course. If you guys haven't watched yesterday, right now we're looking down the starting line for obstacle number 1 for the speed course. And as they go through, I'll give you a little course preview. They're going to be running towards the camera, side by side. Once they get to the camera, they're going to split off. And so let's see if we can get a good view here. This is a good one. So you see the trampolines. That's right where athlete 1 is going to go to the right, athlete 2 is going to go to the left, onto that rock wall, up to some holds, and then over to, you can see at the top of the screen here on blue, there are some devil bars. They're going to make their way down devil bars around some balance. You see a balance pipe there, some stones. Then they're going to make their way, let me see if I can give you guys a good angle here. You see some rings and cannonballs and ninja holds hanging down, so it's kind of like a minefield of ninja holds. They'll make their way through. There's the one that's close to us is for course 1. There's one farther away, so they're going towards each other. Then they turn right back around. Let's see if I can give you guys a good angle of this. Yeah, there we go. So you see the pegs right there. They're going to go on the pegs. They can move them if they'd like, and they're going to make their way to these silver bars and then to a dismount. And the last thing that they're going to do after that, the last obstacle, you can kind of see in here, it'll be much easier to tell when athletes are going through, is just they have a fidget spinner to a ring to a lache bar, and you see those vault boxes, those trapezoidal boxes. That is the finishing platform for these athletes. So that's going to be the course, and I think 30 seconds is going to be kind of the time marker to beat. If they're at and around the 30-second mark, I think it's going to be pretty good for the 11 to 13-year-olds. That's I think that's my opinion. But time will tell. Maybe they'll be going faster, maybe they'll be going slower. We'll have to see how they end up doing on the course today. So I think they're finishing up the rules walkthrough and demos for the 9 to 11-year-olds, and then we'll probably get started pretty soon after on the speed course. Celine DeRosa, good morning. Is Charlie Ball running this wave? Charlie ran yesterday, and he has the fastest time, actually, Celine. 27.6 seconds is the fastest time for Charlie. Second place is 33.36, so 6 seconds behind Charlie. Charlie smashed it. He made it look easy, and so he will not be running in this wave today. He's already locked in a spot for the final, so he'll be running later today. And let me see if I can pull up that schedule. I believe that's going to be at 2 p.m. today. We'll be streaming oh wait, no, excuse me. For the 11 to 13-year-olds, it is at 4:30 p.m. today, 11 to 13-year-old finals. So we'll get to see Charlie because he already qualified for his spot. Celine, you're Charlie's grandma. Well, that's awesome, and sorry you missed it live. But if you want to watch his runs, you can see if you look up our streams from yesterday, you'll see the 11 to 13 speed qualifiers, and you'll be able to see Charlie's runs in there, and as well you see the 11 to 13 tech qualifiers. You can see Charlie's tech run in there as well. So if you feel like looking around for that stuff, it's there if you want to watch. And then I'm sure we'll see you hanging out in the finals to watch him crush some more. And we got our first competitors up on the starting block. We have Cole on the left and Michael on the right, getting ready to go. They're all chalked up. Definitely excited to see our first runners take the course on, and we are good to go. Let's see, it looks like after the staff are just making sure everything's ready to go. Here we go. And they are moving. They are off. Wow, already a fast start for Michael Matthews. Holy cow. Down the devil bars, already making his way to next obstacles. You can see him in the background getting off of those rings and ninja cannonball holds as Cole's making his way through the first upper body obstacle. Wow, that was insanely fast. In the 30s for first run is really impressive. We'll have to see where that time ends up landing him, but I think it was around like 38, 39 seconds for his first run. That is really good. And Cole still on the course, looking to just finish this run up. He's going to end up right around a minute. But you know they have two runs, so if he wants to improve on his time, he'll get the chance to do so in his second run a little bit later today. Great first runs from both of those athletes. And next up, we have John David Spatola against Benjamin. Oh, is it Benjamin? Against Nolan Santa. And here we go. Wow, and they are off. Linking for Spatola on the side. Nolan having to take the extra swing. And as we see Spatola over there, John David making his way through the balance. Wow, jumping through, one arm linking for Nolan onto the last obstacle. Pushing into the 30s. He's going to be able to stay in the 30s. Yes, 35 seconds. Holy cow. We see John David lining up the last obstacle at 45 seconds, looking for that sub-minute time for run number one. He's got his hands on the ring. And the dismount at 54 seconds. Great runs again. And getting everything ready here. We have Sam Bauer on the starting line. And he is off already on the course here. See him getting on the rock wall, reaching up, getting on the dismount off the devil bars. He's going at a really, really fast pace here. Onto the rings. Oh, going for a big move and early dismount. Wow. Holy cow. He's looking for maybe not sub 30, but close to it. Oh, trying to get that link. Almost got it. And still getting up with 34, 35 seconds. Great run from Sam. And that is the first run for the athletes in the 11 to 13-year-old speed qualifiers. Wow, that's a couple of athletes right inside like that mid 30 mark. They're going to have about 5 minutes to rest before their next run, and then they're going to get a second run on the course. So they might be looking at video, doing some game planning to see how they can shave off some time. But with three athletes in the mid to late 30s, shaving off a couple of seconds, trying to get that sub 30 time limit, I think is very possible. We're going to see if they can do it. And Sam Bauer, 31 seconds actually, 31.27 seconds. Very close to sub 30. Charlie Ball still sitting in first place with the fastest time, 27.6. John David Spatola at 31.85 seconds in third place, third fastest time. And Deanna Ray saying pretty impressive that Joey had a slip with 5 seconds added, still a time of 33.3. That is extremely impressive. And go show without that slip, he would have been sub 30. Would have been right around 28, maybe less. Because, having to go back and wait the extra 5 seconds, it's a little more than 5 seconds with the time it takes to fall on the obstacle. So, man, with a clean run, Joey might have been in first place, but he's sitting in fourth right now, and he's got a ticket to the final. So we are going to see more of Joey Ray later today in the 11 to 13-year-old finals for sure at the Fuquay location alongside Charlie Ball, and we'll have to see which athletes from this wave make their way to the finals later. You see a lot of athletes running through the speed course on this side, but I think there are more athletes in the 9 to 11 age group on the tech course you can see in the background behind the speed course. Speed course taking about, like we see, 30 seconds to a minute. The tech course being a lot more technical, a lot more thoughtful in your movements, and generally more difficult moves, so things take longer. I think the times have been around anywhere from 2 to 4 minutes, 2 to 3.5 minutes on the tech course, whereas here it's blazing fast times, go as fast as you can, no hesitation, no breaths, you got to move. So we talked about Sam Bauer and John David Spatola at 31 seconds that ran today. Michael Matthews is on run just a few minutes ago, and he's sitting at 36 seconds. And the difference between him and the next athletes right above him are Wyatt Herman was at 35, Owen Pham was at 34, Joey Ray at 33. So if Michael can clean it up and cut off a couple of seconds, he might push himself into third place or fourth place if he can get fast in 33 seconds. Obviously, under 30 would put him in second place. Nolan Santa, time of 47.72. And then Cole Savastano, 56. So all sub-minute. But you know that Nolan and Cole are looking and going, where can I save a bunch of time? They want to be in the 30s if they can get there. Nolan's going to have to shave off about 8 seconds to do so. Cole's going to have to shave off about 26 to do so. So a lot of time can be saved. A lot of that is transitions in between obstacles, extra swings here and there, and that's what I think speed courses come down to mainly is those extra swings. Every extra swing adds on, anywhere from 2 to 4 seconds depending on if you're on a bar or if you're on a strap. The longer the pendulum, the longer the strap is from what you're hanging on to, the more time every swing takes. So if you have to take that extra swing, that's a lot of time. And we're talking about the difference between some of these athletes. Difference between right now second and third place is 0.58 seconds. So half of a second. If one of them takes an extra swing, it's over. You just lost that race. And they are racing side by side. It's exciting to see them go up against each other. But ultimately, the winner of the side by side races doesn't really matter as far as qualifying for the finals. You can have two athletes race side by side and end up with the fastest two times, and both move on to the finals. So they just take their cumulative their times at the end of the day and look at how they did overall, not necessarily who they competed directly against on the course. You can see two athletes on the tech course in the background. We're also streaming that at the same time, getting the dismount. Some tough obstacles back there. So athletes right now for the 11 to 13-year-old speed course they're given a couple minutes rest so that they don't have to go back to back on their course runs. They have some time to plan. But it looks like some of the athletes are chalking up. Sounds like right now we're getting started for the second round. Order gets changed up a little bit here. We have Cole on the left and Sam on the right. Looks like we're getting ready to go. And they are off already. Blazing through the course on the Rockwell. Wow, great transition from Cole here on the right side of the screen. Jeez, I can't even keep up with them. They're going so fast. Wow. Quick linked dismount, pulling ahead. Sam just linking through, one arm swing throughs on those pipes and onto the last obstacle. Wow, that is going to be a blazing fast time in the low 30s. As Cole's looking to, looking to just finish this course up. Had an unfortunate slip. Great little adjustment there, though. I like that one arm lead out, grabbing and swinging through with one arm. Those are called Gibbon swings, where you just one arm swing through like a monkey. Looked like he could have linked that there, but at this point, just get to the end of the course, get your clear, and move on. And our next two athletes up here. These guys are going so fast here. See John David on the balance over here. Oh, unfortunately, a fall. Gotta have to wait for that reset. It's a 5-second mandatory reset, but already catching back up at about 30 seconds now. John David not able to get that dismount, having to go back. And I heard him say 39 seconds. 39 seconds for the first clear here. John David having to wait for the reset. As we see, he's got 3 attempts per obstacle. So still able to get through this. Taking a breath, focus on that catch. He's got the ring. Just got to get this bar in the dismount. He's got it. Not the run he wanted, but got the finish in the end. And we have Michael Matthews for his second run here. See him on the rock wall back here. Making his way down those devil bars onto this balance. Wow, great link. Keeping his hips behind him. Hips behind him here too. This is really fast. Ooh, flirting with a low 30 time. Wow. 31 seconds is what we're hearing from the judges. And now they're going to have redemption time here to play around and see if they can clean up even more of what they just did on those course runs. Great runs. Let's take a look at the leaderboard to see where that ended up for these athletes. So Charlie Ball still with the fastest time, the only sub 30 time, 27.6. Michael Matthews pulling into second place with that last run there, 31.13. Sam Bauer in third place, 31.27. So think about that. The difference between second and third place was 0.14 seconds between Michael Matthews and Sam Bauer. John Davis Patola, 31.85 in fourth place. And then Joey Ray in fifth with his time from yesterday we saw 33.36. A lot of times right at that low 30 range and that 31 to 34 range. And then we start going into sixth place. Owen Pham 34 seconds. Wyatt Herman 35. Nolan's time was 47 and Cole at 56. And that's going to round out our 11 to 13-year-olds on the speed course. You see them playing around on the course. After their course runs are done, they still have the tech course later today they'll be running in. And so we'll see how they can do there and hopefully earn that spot into the finals. But thank you guys for hanging out, for joining us for the 11 to 13-year-old speed qualifiers wave 2. And we'll see some more. We have the 9 to 11 and 13 plus on the speed a little bit later today, as well as some 6 to 8-year-olds that'll be coming up soon as well. So we'll see you guys back in just a little bit.